guys, that's right, Kitty. Welcome to another installment of Back to School Sketches. That is totally not a series where I just talk about my favorite shows. As you've probably guessed by the intro, I'm sketching out Miku Nakano from the Quintessential Quintuplets. And fair warning, if you guys get motion sick, well, you might want to look away because I'm actually playing this video at 4 times speed. Because iMovie only goes up to 2 times speed, and well, I uploaded the video initially, and it turns out I was, basically I took almost an hour on this sketch, so I needed to cut it down to reasonable length. Now back to the actual subject of this sketch, Miku Nakano from the Quintessential Quintuplets. As the name suggests, she is a quintuplet. 5 sisters. So the main character, Futaro, comes to tutor after accepting a part-time job. And well, their parents are crazy rich, so the part-time job really entailed getting paid a lot of money, so that he could get his family out of debt, pay for schooling, etc., etc. He's academically capable and the sisters not so much, honestly. So he's kind of smug about that, actually. And this causes him to get off on the wrong foot with most of the girls, so basically they won't listen to him. And if he can't pass them, well, that sweet, sweet moolah is gonna be all gone. And he won't get paid anymore. But plot twist, because this is a harem anime. And Futaro actually marries one of the quintuplets. Unfortunately, we don't know which one because all of them have identical faces. So it basically becomes a will they or won't they? Who is the mystery bride that he has snatched up? I absolutely adored season 1, but it took me a little bit to watch season 2 because there was a studio change, and thus with it, the visuals changed, so it took me a little bit to get over myself and actually watch it. Like, for example, Futaro changing eye and hair color because, well, there was never actually a colored picture of him until volume 12 of the manga. While the second season is still perfect quintuplet goodness, I can't help but feel like the visuals took a slight hit. Everything just feels less detailed, less shiny overall, and it just looks kind of more flat and boring. But that still didn't stop me from watching season 2. It just took a little bit to get used to. There's also a visual novel coming out in Japan, and so help me if this does not get an English version so I can romance best girl Miku. Because to me at least, Miku is best Quint. Look at her cute patty face and beautiful smile. Like, have any of you guys had this one fictional character where whenever they're on screen you just feel like your face is forming into a smile, and that they're such a delight that it makes you in a slightly better mood than you were before? Well, that's what Miku is to me, honestly, as a character, as a waifu. Last time I felt that way about a character was Mako from Kill la Kill. I mean, she's high energy and high octane, while Miku really isn't, but she still gives off this pleasant, warm feeling, like she's a ray of pouty sunshine. So as previously stated, the quintuplets aren't exactly academically capable, Miku being no exception. They are all in danger of failing and having to repeat the grade. However, Futaro notices a pattern among their failures, and that is that each quintuplet least sucks on one of each different subject. Miku's being history because she likes Sengoku period warlords and she likes playing games on them, so I think she's a Dynasty Warriors fan. But who knows? And by like, I mean she views them as her husbandos, basically. I also have rather odd tastes in husbandos, so I get where Miku's coming from. Because of her acquired taste, Miku did not actually admit that she liked them until Futaro caught her. And she admitted she intentionally got some of the questions wrong to avoid revealing to her sisters that she liked such a strange acquired taste. But thanks to him, she was able to fully embrace her quirkiness and help her sisters with history and past so that they won't fail. While this plot eventually starts to slowly become quintuplet versus quintuplet for Futaro's affections, I do like that the sisters still maintain their relationships and even grow closer together, even inspiring each other to do better and become better people overall. Except for one Quint who goes a tad bit underhanded in her tactics, but I won't spoil anything for that. Now, as you've probably guessed already, Miku's hair is quite rounder than her sister's, and that's because she has headphones on constantly. Her dedication to her headphones surpasses almost any object on Earth. In fact, this key art of her wearing a swimsuit is probably one of the only times she ever takes them off. She wears them when she's in her pajamas. She wears them to the festival when it's formal time. She wears them almost 24/7, so those headphones are super precious to her. Heck, even in key manga art to where the author was building up to who the mysterious bride is, she is still wearing her headphones on her wedding day. That is some dedication right there. So even though Miku is a sweet cinnamon roll, I can't help but think that if someone took her headphones, she would go all GTA on their butts. And unlike most anime characters I like, Miku actually has quite a few figures in circulation, including this absolutely gorgeous wedding dress one, but oof, that price tag. Even if Miku does not become Futaro's bride, she still deserves all the happiness in the world. Speaking of which, it seems like the anime and manga are gonna have different endings, honestly, so it might be worth it to actually check out the manga and see how it differs. I think is okay, regardless of whoever the mystery bride is, because, well, this show, this franchise, really plays up the idea of that the mystery bride can really be any of the 5 sisters. Because on social media, it is no secret how crazy, how unbelievable, how utterly insane shipping wars can get. So it's a good thing that the mangaka and, the anime as a whole tries to, be like, okay, calmness, calm down. It can be any of them, and you can enjoy your idea of your select quint being the wife. I'm glad that this is occurring, because that means the shipping wars are kept to a minimum. And I really, really do not want to go through another shipping wars of a show I really like. Even though Miku is best quint for me, I still like the journey, the content of Quintessential Quintuplets. It's about the journey, not the destination to who the mystery bride is. So even though Quintessential Quintuplets is a harem anime, I give it a solid recommendation because it does not play up the typical tropes too heavily. The sisters and Futaro are all endearing characters in their own rights, and they grow as people overall. Now that I'm finishing up Miku's headphones, I realize that apparently her headphones are for sale, so neat. And what would even be neater is if they actually worked and were not just a cosplay prop. I guess that just goes to show how iconic an inanimate object can be in the anime world. Now then, you've probably listened to me blabber about Miku and Quintessential Quintuplets long enough. But just one more thing, you might have noticed that I have background music now in this video, so let me know if you think this is something I should stick with for a lot of videos. This is just generic iMovie default music, so let me know about that. And also, let me know who is your favorite quint, or if you're now suddenly interested in watching this. And if you like my drawing in the background and like the video, make sure to like, sub, and share if you fancy. Riot Kitty is signing out.